Welcome to Saitechinfo channel, my dear students. In today's session, we will be discussing about the that is alcohols, the industrially significant alcohols, commercially significant alcohols, and also I will be discussing the remaining part of the reactions of phenol also. Okay, right. Let us have an overview about these commercially significant alcohols. We'll be discussing methanol and ethanol. Methanol, the formula is CH3OH. Ethanol, C2H5OH. Okay. So mute பண்ணிக்கோ please. Right. So methanol and ethanol. Now under methanol, I'll be discussing about the preparation, properties and some applications. Similarly, we need to discuss about the methods of preparation of ethanol as well as its properties, then important applications. Okay, so let me start this methanol. Methanol can also be called, that is, wood spirit, because in that is olden days it was distilled, that is it was obtained by destructive distillation of wood. This methanol nowadays it is prepared by catalytic hydrogenation of carbon dioxide. So since it was obtained from wood, it was called wood spirit, that is methanol is wood spirit. And what do you mean by this catalytic hydrogenation? The catalyst here is zinc oxide and chromic anhydrides, Cr2O3, at 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure. We know atmospheric pressure is 1. Normal, that is room atmospheric pressure is 1. So when I say 200 to 300 means 200 times of the room atmospheric pressure. It means highly pressurized. And also the temperature should be maintained between 573 and 673. So that is the ideal temperature for manufacturing or preparing the methanol. And then see, that is why it was chosen, this carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide initially was chosen, because of what? The availability. So based on that we were able to get, that is catalytic hydrogenation of carbon dioxide, you can put 2. Okay. And then on, that is hydrogenation means adding hydrogen, that is it's a kind of this is not a very simple process, it's a very complicated process, and that can be facilitated only by the inclusion of this catalyst, that is zinc oxide and Cr2O3. So with the help of these two methods we were able to get methanol, that is the wood spirit. But when you look at the properties, it's a colorless liquid but poisonous. It may cause blindness if it is consumed, and excessive consumption may lead to death also, that is it is the lethal one. And most of the guys, they may not know the difference between methanol and ethanol, and sometimes they consume this. When it is consumed, definitely It is very, very dangerous. And the property aspects, as well as properties are concerned, it is a colorless liquid. It is used in industries, paint industries particularly, as solvent. And then it is also used for manufacturing or dissolving, that is varnishes. It's called resins or polymers. It is also used in the manufacture of, formaldehyde. Okay, formaldehyde. So these are about the that is methanol. Okay, right. Now let us move to ethanol. In ethanol, as usual, the preparation part is very important. So we take C12H22O11, which is nothing but sucrose. When it is hydrolyzed, we are able to get, that is in presence of the enzyme. That is, enzyme is nothing but biocatalyst. Invertase, we are able to get glucose and fructose. So initially it is divided. And on further, that is treatment with the zymase, we are able to get ethanol with the evolution of carbon dioxide. But actually, that is in later days, nowadays, the ethanol is also obtained from hydration of ethene. What is ethene? CH2, double bond CH2. So hydration means you can add water, that is addition of water, so that this will come here and this will go here. So you are able to get CH3, CH2, OH, that is ethanol. So this is the latest process with which we are able to manufacture that is ethanol in large quantity. And the old process and the conventional process is, that is fermentation of sugar. So what these sugars are obtained, it is available in molasses, grapes and sugar cane, and with the help of yeast, that is we are able to ferment it. So this fermentation process occurs, that is in absence of air. So it should be done in absence of air. And that is why it's called anaerobic condition. Anaerobic condition means in absence of air. Suppose if it is done in presence of air, what will happen? It forms ethanoic acid, and the ethanoic acid, it affects the taste of alcohol, and our people may not like it. So that is why it is done at anaerobic, that is in absence of air, it is prepared. Then the commercial aspects of alcohol. So this ethanol can also be used apart from the regular liquor, and this is the liquor actually. So by adding copper sulfate, we can change the color of the ethanol. So it turns into blue. By adding pyridine, it will develop a foul smell, so that these two aspects are known as what? Denaturation of alcohol. This denaturation of alcohol leads to, it prevents consumption of, that is alcohols which are, that is to be used for commercial purposes. So the workers involving in that particular process of manufacturing some paints or resins or plastics or as a solvent, they should not consume this. So to avoid this, they remove the nature of the original alcohol. That is why it's called denaturation of alcohol. So how they change the nature of alcohol? By adding copper sulfate, it becomes blue. Then by adding pyridine, it makes a foul smell, so that we can avoid consumption of alcohol, and this is known as denatured spirit. So it can also be called DNS, denatured spirit. So thereby we can make it unfit for drinking. Okay, right. And this is also used in that is industries. like it is a colorless liquid, and this is used as a solvent in paint industries. Okay, so we have summarized this two commercially significant alcohols. Okay, so if there is any doubt, you can ask me.